Right, we're back. Let's have a go at a vlog today, shall we? So, what is the time? It is 20 to 9. I'm already running a little bit late. Farriers do. Don't take it personally, but we're just busy people. So let's get this show on the road before we get told off. So, where are we off to? Let's talk Stanley. Stanley. Cob doesn't like being shod, doesn't like men, has pads on, big strong lump. Oh, it's a wholesome experience, it really is. So I thought I'd bring you lot along with me so you can enjoy the whole experience too. So, let's make haste and get to Melanie's. Let's go. Yes, we are here. We are only 20 minutes late. So let the dog see the rabbit and let's see Stanley. So first things first, let's get set up and then we'll get Stanley out. Meet Stanley, yeah? So what are we doing with Stanley today? Stanley is having front shoes on, he's got quarter clips on, and he has leather pads and impression material, yeah? He's got the Air in the Air Maxes. Let's quickly have a look at his shoe. You can't just see it. So there is a leather pad under there. There it is. So he actually has very thin soles, believe it or not. For a cob, that is very unusual. We did try and barefoot for a while because his feet were in an absolute turnate, but unfortunately he couldn't cope, he kept tripping, and so we've put shoes back on and he's performing a million times better. So first things first, let's grab my trolley and we'll start removing the shoes. So I'm not taking my trolley over towards him because, as I said before, he's a bit of a nervous Nerris. He doesn't like the vibrating, so the less tools around him, the better. So first things first, let's knock his old clenches up. The reason being I knock the clenches up this way rather than taking it underneath him is because he likes to snatch his leg away. And so the less I bend his leg, the better. Good lad. Good lad. Cool. Good lad, Stan. Let's remove the shoe. Good boy, Stan. And then, good lad, Stan. Remove, this is the old impression material, yeah. Stinky under here, yeah. The reason why I use leather pads is because leather pads are still breathable rather than plastic pads. Plastic pads make the feet sweat quite a lot. Trim the frogs up. And then remove the exfoliating sole. Grown quite a bit of foot, you know. A little bit of thrush. A little bit of thrush right in the middle. Right, Stan, right, Stan. You're being very good. So we'll start at the toe and then we'll work our way back to the heel. You wouldn't believe how flat these feet are when I first started doing them. And now we have loads of heel. It's lovely. Have you? Yeah, they were so, honestly, you couldn't tell you how flat they were. Flat and long in the toe. Just run our rasp over the hoof, just so we get a nice, level, flat surface, ensuring it's balanced. Good lad, Stan. Just let his foot relax, and we're just checking the medial lateral, and we're just a tiny bit high on the inside here. Cool. Just going to dress it forward, knocking off any sharp edges. Ready for his new shoes is. Cool. So, turn the fire on, wash, 2 fresh shoes, quarter clip shoes, yeah? So the hoof is actually going to overhang the toe, and that is because we want to pull back the toe as much as we can. Chuck them in there, leave that 5 minutes or so, we'll come back and they'll be lovely and toasty and warm. Stanley doesn't have any back shoes on. He only has front shoes on, luckily for me. But as I said before, horses carry 66% of their weight on their front feet, so you can get away with just having front shoes on. And actually, he copes right without them. So, snip round his toe. I just want to pull back this toe because it is starting to get a little bit long, and we don't want him tripping over himself. Put a nice little bevel on the edges of the hoof. This will prevent him from chipping it up again. You don't want a sharp edge, because as soon as he walks over something uneven, i.e. the stones, it will just chip his feet up. Melanie, you're doing such a good job.
Flicking dirt all over.
Put on a nice low setting for him. Making comfortable will be comfortable. A rule of thumb. Cool. Let's head, sweating. Let's head back over to the fire. Hopefully the shoes are warm, and then let's start fitting this front shoe. So we're gonna have leather pads, and we are going to fit it and cut it to the shape of his foot once the shoe is fitted, obviously. Shoe is now hot. Let's start fitting, shall we? So first things first, mark what foot we're doing. We want to draw these clips up because we've got the thickness of the pad to contend with. He slightly lowers the outside of his foot, so he's a little bit more flared on the inside than he is on the outside. Yeah, so the shoe is fairly there. I like to leave the shoes a little bit wider when I take the shoe over, because you can close it up while you're there. Ensure the shoe is nice and level, that it is. got a nice even burn. The outside's fitting nice. I just want to open the inside up a tad. So before we've got the shoe set under at the toe, and that's to pull back his toes. Speed up the breakover. Quite a lot of people assume that I'm putting a shoe on that's too small. That is not the case. I just want to pull back his toes further than what I could do with a toe clip shoe. And actually, that's actually on the money. There you go. Anybody thought I'd done this before? So. Just a little tap there, and a little tap there. Ensure the shoe is still level. That it is. Quench it out, because even though it's at a black heat, it is still very, very hot. Oh, come here. Leather pads. Let's fit the leather pad. So, put the leather pad where you want it. A little tap, and now we have the marks of the clips in the pad. There's 1,000,001 ways you can cut these. This is the way I do it. I always buy leather pads at their biggest size, because I'd rather stock one size than loads of different sizes, and actually they're all the same price, so it doesn't really matter. Let's cut the clips in. Dun, dun, dun. So, the clips are now cut in, and all we've got to do now is cut around the rest of it, and then we're good to go. Get my little tin snips. Work our way around. And there we have it. Got a little bit overhanging, but when we rasp and finish the foot off, the rasp will cut that in nicely. Nails, I might actually just nip a bit of the frog plate out, purely because he's got a little bit of thrush this time. If we expose it a little bit, Melanie can treat it. So, we've got the shoe, we've got the leather paddle cut, we have the impression material, 2-part compound, we mix both together. So we've got some hoof putty just to put on his thrush. Put that in there like so. He's just got it right in the central bit there. There we have it. Let's take our 2-part compound, and we're just gonna mix it all in like that. How satisfying is that? And this will now set. So we've got to be quick. Melanie, would you kindly stand with Stanley's head for me, because we're going to do the bangy bangy part, and this is probably the bit he might create at. Hopefully not though. Come on then, Stanley boy.
You've been very good.
You've been very, very good. Very, very good so far. Remove any sole pressure. We don't want none of that, do we? Let's apply the putty, which will go down there, up there, down in the middle, down in clefts. Lovely. like so. Good lad, Sandy boy. Steady, steady. Good lad, Stan. This is the part he doesn't like. If he's going to snatch his leg, it will be when we nail on. You're alright. One more now. Good lad, Stanley. Oh boy. Ooh.
Good lad, good lad.
Quickly grab our cutters, chop his excess toe off at a 45-degree angle. Steady, Dad, steady. There we have it, we survived.
Good lad.
Good boy.
That's the best yet. Here we go. My
Every time we shoot Stanley, he is getting better and better. You wouldn't believe the arguments we used to have. Yeah. Yeah, so we had to sedate him. Even trimming his feet was hard work. Yeah. So this is amazing.
Because he was in pain, clearly.
Yeah. But we worked with him, persevered, and proof's in the pudding. We are doing very well. Let's chuck this away and then we'll finish him off. Right, finishing off. The easy part. You have the nail sticking up. Just pull them down to a 90 degree.
Flies, isn't it?
Annoying flies. We're just gonna use our clench groover just to take a notch from under the nails, just so they have a place to sit nice and flush. And then we're just gonna roll them over and push them back into wall. Good lad. You're doing very well, boy. Very, very well. Just roll this toe, bevel it around. We'll take a look from the side and see how much we've set the shoe under. But honestly, you would not believe how long this horse's toes were when we first took him on. Same again on the other side. We've got the two nails here. Get me little snips under it. 45. Give him a little underline. Clench groover. Good lad, Stanley. You're doing very, very well. Clench him down. And then, don't do any mess to them. Finish it off. No smooth, no sharp edges. Nice and smooth. Ooh, so we're just going to run our arse back on this leather pad, just so it's flush with the shoe. And my God, am I impressed with how good Stanley has been. Last part of the puzzle, a little bit of hoof oil. There we go. thank you so much for watching. This is Stanley, my name's Sam Marlow. You've been watching Farrier Life. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Much love, goodbye.